This is amazing. Oh man. Saw how bad it was, how thin it was.
That shit about to explode. Right.
Let's get to it then. Alright. So right here, I just want to show you the 3 things that I learned throughout this process that my friends helped me learn and whatnot. Start off the foot. All 3 of these things I have never done before. I've served, but never learned how to give to myself. So I'm grateful to learn how to do the foot. The handle on a cup, I've never done that before. It was probably the hardest, not even probably, it most definitely was the hardest thing to learn out of the 3 of these. This was, oh my God, like we did it 5, 6, maybe 7 times. This was the only good handle that came out of them all. Bless up. And a body wrap, which is this spiral around this face. This was a real easy first try, first go, but I did have the help of the teacher of this school, Josh Cole, helped me with this. So it was probably his magic that helps, to be honest. But point is, these are the 3 things that I learned how to make. Alright, this right here, this is the glory hole. It's kept around 2,000 degrees when it's on, and it's basically what you use to heat up your glass pieces. You got the furnace. This holds all the glass inside of the small little crucible inside. This is kept around 21,000 degrees. No, pardon me, 2,100 degrees. Big difference. This is the bench. This is where you sit down with your pipe or punty to work on it with all of your tools that you have. you have to start off your blocks. They're kept in a bucket of water. There's 3 different sizes that we have in here. We also have the par trophies in here. These are similar to the jacks, but they're made out of wood and they're kept wet. These are your jacks, which as you can see, they're similar, but these are made out of metal, and these are also, when heated up, they're rubbed into this wax right here. These are your tweezers. There's 2 kinds of tweezers, but preferably we use these kind. This is common throughout the Crefeld Glass Studio. Right here we have the diamond shears. If you look right here, they make a diamond, so that's how you can tell, versus your regular shears, which are these. And these are used for either holding the pipe or punching when it's hot, but it's also used for cutting glass in different ways. These are similar to the diamond shears, just about the same, but a little different. This is, what is this, cherry oak? Cherry wood? I think this is cherry wood. Cherry wood paddle, could be wrong, type of wood. This is used to paddle the bottom of the glass. It does catch us on fire, and periodically we do have to replace it. And the last tool that's used here is torch, obviously. It's propane that we use here. Click of a button, turns on, be safe. We usually keep it right here next to the water. This is a pipe right here. It's a thinner pipe than what we usually have here. If you look in the front, there's a hole, and this is meant for gathering glass out of the furnace and then blowing into, essentially. Dip it into some water right here, or probably next to the furnace, and then take the thumb off and blow through again. And the reason you blow through it again is, if you did it, water and steam would travel through the pipe and it would heat the entire pipe as hot as, well, really hot enough to burn your hands and you couldn't hold the pipe. But say if it did get hot like that, you bring it over to this, which is the pipe cooler. The pipe cooler essentially has this little spring right here that I love playing with that shoots water up. But if you were to put your pipe on, you can cool down the entire pipe with this cold water. You're done with the pipe, cover the hole again, dip it in the water to cool off the glass that's on it, blow through again, and then you put it into the dry bucket. Right here, we have 2 buckets. We have the wet bucket filled with water, and then we have the dry bucket that's not filled with water. If you were done with the pipe, then you would most likely, in most cases, use a punty. A punty is essentially the same exact thing, but the only difference is it doesn't have a hole. Before being used, it's kept in this right here, which is called the pipe warmer in the pipe rack. Normally, there would be flame coming out of here, heating up the very tips of the pipes and punties. So they're normally glowing a little red hot when you take them out. All the piping and whatnot that controls the gas is right here. You have to memorize all the valves, which one does which, and then with the torch that I showed you earlier, turn on the pipe rack and the pipe warmer with that. When you knock a piece off the punty and you're done with all of that, you have to get somebody to glove up. And glove up means they put on these 2 gloves and this face shield, and they essentially catch the piece when you knock it off of the punty. From there, they carry the piece over to one of these 2 kilns that we have. They go into the number 4 and the number 2 kiln. I'm not going to open them because I'm not sure if there's any pieces in there currently. Because if you were to open the kiln while there's pieces in there, the cold air or any breeze that's coming in could basically mess up the temperature of the kiln. It would be a temperature shock, and all the glass pieces in there could potentially break and shatter, which sucks. Here we have sleeves. These are meant for wearing if the glass is too hot, handling. The heat can't get through the cloth as easily. But this is where all the magic is. These are all different colors, essentially, to color your glass with. So for example, right here we have strawberry. If you open it up and you take a look, inside of it is just basically pre-colored glass that you dip your pieces into. But essentially, you would take a bowl from down here at the bottom, bang it out, take your color, dump it into it, and put it on the marker. And you just leave it there. The person would dip their glass into it until they were done with the color. Put it back in the container, not spilling it. Bang it out so there's no mixed colors. Put it away. Put the lid back on. And it's as simple as that. So back here, this is the cold shop. This is where a lot of grinding and polishing of the glass happens. And I'm going to show you just grinding one of them that we do to all the pieces. When you knock them off the punty, a lot of times it's sharp right here, little bits of glass is coming off. It might be a little bit hard to see right now, but come on over here, you can take a look. This is the grinder, the grinding wheel right here. We got a little drip system right here that's controlled by this valve. So if you turn it, we like to get a nice little steady drip going. That's too fast. There we go. And as you can see, it obviously drips into this bucket so it doesn't get all over the place. This button right here is a twist to start and a push to stop. So essentially, I'm gonna turn this on. This is gonna start spinning super fast, and I'm gonna grind this down real quick. Hit the button and stop, and it's gonna be loud when I do that, so. Yeah.
I get a statue in my hometown when I die. And while you done, I'm expecting resignation and open investigation on all of these payment cases for murder.
Ready for this? Yeah. All right. Take it on.
16 break. Go around top and flip. Ooh, nice low ball there.
Gotta get the face again. The whole team did something. The whole team did something. Good job, y'all.